Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to have more cool discussions about powerful characters from comic books, animation, live action films, as such. And on this occasion, that very character will be Maleficent. And I will also certainly do power comparisons of Maleficent shown in animation, cartoons, comic books, and live action. Okay, I must say that Maleficent originally started as a popular fairy tale villain. It's some children's story stuff, so it wasn't heavily laced with action in terms of Maleficent being characterized originally as a powerful, mighty sorceress that's showing all types of crazy powers. In terms of her originally being characterized in storybooks or cartoons, but in the live action, in terms of Maleficent being characterized, she's shown as an immensely powerful sorceress. She has various types of powers, conjurations. She even has wings for flight purposes. So she almost resembles an angel of sort, or a type of angel. And she has horns, and I know people think she devil. So her live action characterization sort of resembles like a she devil character, but Maleficent turns out to be good in that series, which characterizes her in the live action. And that was a bit shocking when I saw the live action film, and it turned out that Maleficent was good, and her tears is the what awoken Sleeping Beauty or something like that. Wow, I can think back to being a little boy and knowing about those fantasy tales, and and of late they've been bringing them to the big screen, and they've been doing very well at the big screen because as little children you tend to remember where it started from, so you want to see where it's going. Okay, Maleficent, her power levels in terms of the storybook stuff, they don't really overly show her to be that impressive as far as doing a lot of crazy, scary magic. So, but she is characterized as being very wicked nonetheless, or nevertheless. But you can't really gauge a specific notion of a definite power level of Maleficent if you read the stories of her in the cartoons, animated or books that were brought out back in the day. But if you watch her live action film characterization, you will see her as an immensely powerful sorceress slash witch, and those powers will entertain you and they will dazzle, and and then the pure power that she shows with relative ease in the live action is incredible. And in a movie, she apparently, another thing, in the movie live action characterization of Maleficent, she has flight wings. I can't remember her having flight wings in the earlier characterizations of Maleficent in the animation or comics or cartoon stuff. So that surprised me. Okay, in other words, Maleficent looks extremely powerful as characterized in the live action, but as her shown characterized in the earlier tellings of Maleficent, she doesn't seem that incredibly powerful. But nevertheless, her wickedness adds and makes up for her lack of showing of a power. So if she's incredibly evil and mean in the old stories, then she doesn't need to characterize her powers in an epic flair type of way, depending on how you look at it. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in.